kid in full hockey fit pulls up and sits right in front of you, and you can't see a thing. This might be more of a me guy move than just bringing your glove to a game. At least your glove is not right in the people behind you's face. I'm not trying to grow my bones anymore. My bones are grown, bro. I don't need to drink milk. I'm not a baby. You know who drinks milk? Babies and children. I don't put milk in my coffee. I drink black coffee like a grown-up. He ain't throwing a pick. If I could speak another language, I'd say it in that one too. It's time to dust off old Krabs again, take the less than half a pick, and f***ing cash would be tonight's. Tail it, fade it, I don't give a shit. I'm making money on it.
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Tuesday, episode 814 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you are not tracking your bets on Pickets, if you are not using Bookit every single day, like I am, like Jovan is, like the rest of the Bookit Squad is, start tracking your bets on Bookit. Start using Bookit every single day if you're betting on sports. I promise once you start using it, you're going to keep using that puppy and opening that app, whether you have an iPhone or if for some reason you still have an Android. Download Bookit. Get involved. Okay? We got a couple subbies getting involved here, Jovan. We got Jesus dropping a 5-unit whale. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sure. Yeah, Kyle, I'll be honest, I'm not watching Baller TV. I do not have a subscription to Baller TV, but I'm checking the scores and checking them twice. And Bethune-Cookman is going to blow this game. I'll tell you right now. They're going to blow this game. They're up 10 the whole game, Jovan, and now they're slowly whittling away their leads. Not ideal. Nope, not good. Turner Mac, 10-stream streak. Tyler Johnson, 7-piece. McNugget for Bethune. Yeah, Bethune is about to blow this leads. Any other early CBB plays today? Dom Smooth is asking. I like Towson. I like ECU starting up here in a couple. It's probably it. It's probably it for me. The Irish play. Yeah, the Irish play here in a couple as well. -6.5 against Rutgers. That should be a good one. Okay. W. Austin R. getting involved as well. Props and chops. We appreciate you guys. W. Stream Streaks. Yeah, they held Stony Brook scoreless for like 7 minutes. They were up like 11 points for the entire middle of the game. And now Bethune-Cookman is blowing it. They're up 2. See if they can hold on. 5 minutes left. All right, keep me updated, chat. Jovan, how we doing, man? Happy Tuesday.
Up and moving, Krabs.
Good. Krabs, what's your line? I have -2.5. So they'll probably win by 2. We'll see how it goes. Looks like a tie ball game now. Great. Why did I not just take the Towson Tigers and go about my day? I don't get it. It's that simple. They're giving the Towson Tigers 6.5 points. Should have just taken them. I had 7 unders on college ball yesterday, Krabs. You'd be proud and no lie, all tailing G-Unit spreadsheet. Okay. All right. That is actually, I've never heard that before, and we will probably never hear that again. W Pega. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. We got a recap. We got Jay Bats getting involved as well. 24-month resub. Jay Bats, you're him. We appreciate you, Beast. Appreciate all the resubs coming in hot today. What's the schedule this week? Any weekend preview? Probably not. Well, we could do the graphic, but we're not going to have any more BTLs this week. Got to go home to Maryland tomorrow, hang out with the fam, and then move down to Dallas on Saturday. But I'd be down to get the graphics up and moving if Daniel's around. We got to check the Carfax and see if our graphics guy is around during the Thanksgiving week. Okay? Yeah, long night last night, Trent, Addy plug. Went out and got some beers and some wings with the boys last night out in Arlington before heading back to Maryland with the fam for a couple nights, and then heading down to Dallas this weekend. So a little tired, but hey, did not hear no bell and excited to go over this glorious feast week slate. We are blessed. We got games at 11 a.m. We got games at midnight tonight. So this is the best week for college basketball sickos of the entire year. And if you disagree, you are wrong. This is a great slate once again today. Jovan, excited to go over it for the peeps once again. Okay? Long night with Coit fade for me. Yeah, I mean, Diggy Coit is really good at basketball. We can fade him again tonight. They have his 2.5 threes up again, but I don't know if I have it in me. I'll be honest. I don't know if I have it in me. We'll see. New to your videos, looking for a new sports video team to follow. Look forward to hearing you guys out. Yeah, B. Rizza, thanks for getting involved. Thank you for getting involved. I think you're going to like what you see. Okay? Survivor down to 3. Wow. That's crazy. Let's go.
Need to guys in those 3.
And GG Bethune-Cookman. Brutal. Winning by 10 the entire game and blowing it late. People are saying Bethune-Cookman might not have a closer. Not me, but people are saying it. People are saying it.
People are certainly saying.
All right. Why don't we go and recap yesterday and see how we did overall? W squad ride, W unders. Unders hit. And that one did too. W squad ride, 49ers. The weirdest game ever last night.
That was – I don't even know what that game was. That was – I can't even say poop versus shit, but it was somehow weirder.
Yep. It was honestly kind of fun. It was so weird.
Yeah, it was a fun type of bad.
Good day to take a pick square.
A great day to take that.
Mm-hmm.
It's about all I had yesterday.
Turner Mac, how was the CMC playing against the Panthers narrative not talked about at all yesterday? I didn't see it anywhere.
Yeah, not a peep.
Anywhere. Not a singular peep about CMC playing against his former team, which is hard to believe. It feels like he's been on the 49ers for a decade. He must have missed a game or something when they played against the Panthers, I feel like, because that math doesn't check out to me, but crazy. Not a single peep about that narrative. And what do you know? He goes absolutely bonkers. And then, of course, Tet goes under his yard, so Preston does not cash that lineup. But don't worry, he scores a touchdown and cakes our lineup as well. So double cake. Double-sided cake, nobody wins. Nice. Let's recap the Sharp report from yesterday, Jovan. Let's see how we did overall. Just realizing now that my entire card was just red plays. Okay. Hashtag Natitude.
The way you snuck Natitude in there.
Hashtag Natitude. I miss the Nats, man.
Insane.
I miss the Nats.
Insane.
You see that Sonny Gray deal?
I did see that deal. That's a weird trade. Not that the Red Sox wouldn't have needed a pitcher. That's not the craziest thing in the world, but Sonny Gray of all people is interesting.
Yeah, I guess you could write them off for no Mackenzie Gore, although they love stacking starting pitchers, so who knows?
Yeah.
Red Sox love starting the season with 10 starting pitchers. It's the weirdest thing. Goots, I'm kind of tired of the Jerry Ryan talk. He's not going anywhere. He never will.
Never will.
Never will. He's going to finish his career in Minnesota. So we can go ahead and move on.
He's a twin. We just have to accept that.
He's not going anywhere. We say this every year, and he never goes anywhere. Their asking price is probably too high.
If he didn't get traded this season, it's not happening. This was the year. Not just because they had a fire sale, but because they could have gotten a shit ton back for him.
Yeah, I could see him and Framber be no's, right? Snacks? Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, AB, VT down to 9.5. Go ahead and cash it. Let's go, Hokies. Let's go, Hokies on Saturday. That's a huge move. Huge move. 11.5 to 9.5. What are we doing to deserve that line movement? Just saying. We get a chance to play spoiler. Wouldn't that be something? That would actually be something.
That would be pretty sick.
That would be hilarious if UVA has a legacy season like this and then blows it to the worst team in the ACC, the Hokies. The third worst team in the ACC. Matt Gauthier, a local BTL resident. Good to see him up and moving still as well. We got 3 guys left in the GOAT pool. Nice. That's crazy. You can check out some pretty cool analytics on the Bookit Sports website. The new site is fire. Can we check out the whale pool as well, Goods? Let's see how many people are left over there as well. Probably more like 60, right? Yeah, 65 peeps. 65 peeps. Anyone in the chat still alive in Survivor? Let me know. Let me know. I'm trying to see if I recognize any of these names. Richie, sure. W's. Oh, my old roommate's alive there still. Matt Rob, sure. D Watts. Yeah, D Watt still alive. Okay. We got a lot of people left. I'm getting a little concerned. What happens if We have a couple winners. Might have to chop the pot. That would suck.
That'd
We'll
be
see.
nice.
We got a couple weeks left. Coop is alive, the Discord mod. Love to hear that, Pega. W Coop. Bethune College, I bet. Dr. Porkchop, if they won, would you have said anything? I already know the answer to that. No, you would not. If you would have sat there silently and waited to complain about something else. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. We've got the Monday Night Football lineup to recap as well.
Dude, Mitchell Evans, COV. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, great call in the Mitchell Evans square. Great call in the B-Rob square. Man.
One too many on the others.
Kittle getting bumped out to 4.5. Really smart move by the books there. Whoever was in charge of that, great work. Great work moving that line down. And then, McMillan with a useless touchdown that cost us. We knew McCaffrey was getting one. Did not think we'd see another. And we did. Michigan State versus ECU spread pick. I like ECU getting 20.5. Thought that was a little bit of a short spread against the undefeated Sparty. Okay?
Sure.
Yeah, guys. Close but no cigar with this PrizePicks lineup. Pretty pissed about the Kittle square that I loved. Thought that was green after it got bumped down to 4.5. Nope. Terrible move. Should have gotten bumped up to 6. Ridiculous. All right. W recaps. Sharp report as well. Sharp report 4-man lost. Brock Purdy came through, I believe. We both went 1-1. David Coit had 3 threes, of course. Bryce Young threw a pick. That was a great square from you. And then Colin Gillespie went nuclear and had like 30 points. Sure.
16.
Okay. You posted an NBA Cup lineup today. Not today, Rome. Not today, but Trent did. So you can tell that puppy. You have one?
Posting on the feed.
Okay. I just don't get the appeal of the NBA Cup. It doesn't move need for me.
I don't either, but I like a lot of squares in the games today.
Cool. Good. How many threes is Stony Brooks going to hit? Probably a lot. Tinlin Tutan. I already chalked that shit. I'm moving on. Gosh. Up 10 the whole game, and they don't score the whole second half. They're getting outscored 38-22 in the second half.
No.
What a joke. No. Oh. All right. I'm moving on. You guys should too. I don't know why we didn't just take Towson. Towson might win the Natty this year. They're stacked. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. I do want to cover some look-ahead lines and take a peep at some games on Thursday. I want to talk Navy Memphis. They've got some juicy squares up there on PrizePicks already for that Memphis Navy game that are making me think Navy might win that game outright. We'll talk about it. I'm sure Jovan will have a counter. And then we'll talk a little bit about Hokies UVA on Saturday and the rest of the games that you guys actually care about. So I want to do some look-ahead lines. Okay? But first, can we talk about some winners for tonight? Can we get into the sharp report, please? Okay? And also, can we drop the website link one time, Gucci, if you have a second? I posted an article for any of my Commanders fans out there, any fans who want to have a good laugh and feel bad for old Krabs, about how Emmanuel Forbes is now prime Darrelle Revis and how it's hilarious how the Commanders just cannot buy one. So go check out that article. Do me a favor. Click on that puppy. It helps more than you know. We could certainly use Cam Curl. We could certainly use Benjamin St. Juste. And we could certainly use our first-round pick, Emmanuel Forbes. Okay? That picture you put is absurd. I mean, he's playing the best football I've ever seen anybody play in the NFL. Maybe ever. All right, let's move. Let's groove. And let's talk about some college basketball. I got 3 college basketball winners I love for today. And it starts with St. John's. The Johnnies. Big fan of the Johnnies today against Baylor. They've already got 2 losses under their belt. Baylor undefeated. Jovan, I know you're a Baylor fan. And great call on them yesterday. You were right about them coming through against Creighton. They took care of business with ease in that game. But today, St. John's, I think they could play a little bit of defense. I think Zebi, was it Okafor? Is that how you say his last name? He's a pretty decent matchup down lead. The captain, I like that guy. I like the way he plays. And in the Michelob Ultra Arena, W name, I like the Johnnies here. I think they hand Baylor their first loss of the season. Thought the spread up from 4.5 to 6.5 is pretty telling. That's a lot of respect for the Johnnies, who have already dropped a couple games so far this season. And Baylor, undefeated. They've been doing a job. A very well-coached team as well. This is going to be must-see TV. Early game. Can we stay hot in the early window? We'll have to see. 4:30 p.m. start Eastern on True TV. I think St. John's wins by 10+ in this game. I think they hand the Baylor Bears their first loss of the season.
Yeah, I'm in. Also in. Maybe we get a little daytime lineup going up here with Ejiofor. Because Baylor, they're like mini Notre Dame. They're not as bad, but no pain defense whatsoever. They're small.
Yep. I'd be down. Prefer to put less thens in, but that's one of the guys I could get down with a more than button today.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm in. Tout did the best he could do, man. Did he?
He did. He did what he could.
Kind of smelled that one out and sniffed it out. Looked like a little fake sharp line for Notre Dame last night in Kansas. Nobody wanted to bet on Kansas after they lost a game and they're without their best player. So kind of sniffed that one out yesterday, Goots. But hey, we got a chance for some early Notre Dame action today. Maybe Notre Dame gets back on the saddle. It gets a big-time win against Rutgers. I can see it. See it. Yep. All right, swinging around. Love that St. John's play. I want to see what Jovan is on for today. And laying a 43.5-point favorite. How about?
Yeah, well, I don't know how much I could really sell you on it because it's Texas A&M against Mississippi Valley State. Mississippi Valley State is god-awful, but sneakily covered the entire tournament out in Hawaii. And then they came and went to Cali and played Bakersfield. Also covered that game, getting a lot of points. Been looking forward to this spot, though, because frankly, I mean, this is the lineup of teams they played in that tournament and then Bakersfield. They played Hawaii, Utah Tech, Manhattan, and then Bakersfield on the end of that. So not great competition, to say the least, but they also, I don't know how they covered some of those games, and they covered them pretty comfortably for the most part. They don't shoot many threes at all. They don't make them, certainly. They've in the entirety of their non-D1 season, which is 6 games so far, they've only hit 26 threes. And that's not on incredibly high volume either. They're shooting no more than 14 a game. So against Texas A&M, who's even though they play faster now this year, they're still a pretty good defense at the rim. A lot of that's because of their size and athleticism. This screams one of those ugly games. And I know Texas A&M has not looked good at all so far, to say the least, this year. But different level of competition, 1. 2, I think they want to get out and transition and get that sorted this game. 3, I think this is a weird little trip. They were just out in Hawaii for over a week, and then they came into Cali. God knows what they've been doing in the 3 or 4 days since then. Now they're going back to Texas A&M and College Station to play a team that is going to run up and down all day. I think it's a 50-point game.
Let's hope. Time to sell high on Mississippi Valley State, if that's even possible. Right?
Yeah, it's probably the only time you'll ever be able to say that.
Yep. All right. I could get involved. I mean, that's just an absolutely absurd spread. Absurd.
It's moved up pretty decently, too, which is not surprising for Mississippi Valley State. But, I mean, frankly,
keep on moving.
Pretty high number, moving. I would say, for Texas A&M because they haven't looked great, to say the least.
Yep. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Tinlin Tutan giving out a subby to Snacks. Love to see that. W's. Talk about a team player. Tinlin Tutan, glue guy. Appreciate you, Beast. Big Cheesy, love to hear that, man. Appreciate you tailing. Appreciate you trusting. Let's move. Let's groove. We'll come back to what I believe is a college football play. Okay. We'll come back to it. Can I take you to the Anteaters? Let's talk about some UC Irvine action, huh? I like this team. A little bit surprised to see that they are favorites in this game against undefeated New Mexico. New Mexico has been doing job this whole season. They're 4-0. They are, I think, 3-0 against the spread. UC Irvine, much of the opposite. They're 3-3. They are 0-4 against the spread in games they played in that have had a spread. They played to see them as favorites in this game. I'm not going to lie to you, Jovan. They're coming off a couple bad losses. They lost to UNI as favorites. Utah Valley, they probably weren't, going to win that game, but they lost by 8, didn't cover. Squad in New Mexico State. So it looks like a nasty, nasty line that I want to get involved with. I'll lay the 2.5 here with the Anteaters. Big fan of this team the last couple of years. Very well coached mid-major.
Gage. Potential Gage.
Are we back?
You're going in and out a little bit.
Yep. Apologies.
Crispier though now.
Good. Sorry about that, guys. Swinging around. I want to hear the sell job on Western Michigan.
Yeah, Western Michigan, very quick to cross this touchdown line against Eastern Michigan, who surprisingly has covered every single game at home so far in conference play. But it's been pretty facade-ish, I guess, to me. I like Noah Kim, and Noah Kim, super, I guess, fun story that he's come back and looked somewhat decent for this Eastern Michigan team. But defensively, I think Western Michigan has every sort of answers for this offense, especially because, like, Noah Kim is not incredibly efficient through the air, and he's been that over the last couple games. I don't think that's going to continue, and I'm guessing the books probably also think that, gauging that he is extremely green in his passing yards on PrizePicks, and he can run a little bit too, but this Western Michigan defense is fucking good. And also, when you look at a lot of these games that Eastern Michigan has had this magic with at home in MAC conference play, a lot of it's been because they haven't faced very many teams that can run the ball well outside of Ohio, which that's the one game they lost and still covered. But they kind of sold out. If you look at what happened in that game against the run, they still give up like 100 to Bangura and like 60-something to Parker Navarro, but they loaded the box and Parker Navarro threw for 300 yards. So pick your poison with what you're going to do against this run game, which also includes the quarterback Brock Lowry's legs. So if you want to sell out on him, he's going to throw deep and make you pay for it, and he's more efficient than a lot of the other quarterbacks not named Parker Navarro they've faced so far. So I think this is a drubbing. A little more motivated of a team too, I guess, because they're the ones actually playing for something. Sure, it's senior night out there at EMU, but I think this is a little bit of a mismatch. Nah. Goots, man.
Goots, I'm surprised you're giving that team any more money than you already have. Are you not fed up? Are you not tired of the bullshit? You're very loyal, Goots.
$75 is you'd be spending more at the O store than they'll spend in free agency.
That's probably more than they're going to spend in free agency this year. Yeah. Hilarious. What'd you get, Goots? You get a shirt? You get a hat?
Goots, if I see those fucking holiday socks, I'm out. I'm so out.
That's just insane marketing by the team. And if Jackson Holiday socks are what moves needle, you might need to look in a mirror. I'll say. You might need to look in a mirror. All right. I like this Western Michigan team, Jovan. To be honest, I'm a big fan of not just their defense, but I'm a big fan of their offense. I like this Brock Lowry kid. He's like a really shitty Josh Allen. I'm a big fan of his game. He can run the heck out of the football. Who spent more Krabs on VT every month and Goots and his O's? Well, it's probably pretty close. $75 from Goots at the team store and $100 a year from me at, donating my money to the Hokie Club. So pretty much a wash. Pretty much a wash there. All right, let's move. Let's groove. We'll come back to that under in a little bit. I love that play from you. We'll talk about it. Swinging around, Gootsy. Got one more straight bet here for the peeps. Probably my favorite straight bet of the night tonight. The Zags. Jovan, this Zags team, look, I feel like I say this every year as a contrarian. I'm just waiting for Gonzaga to really break through and finally win an Natty and Mark Few to finally get it done. This might be the best roster Gonzaga's had in my lifetime. And that's saying something. They've had some really good teams. I like the way this Gonzaga team is built. They're old, they're big, they're physical, they're tough. And I mean, it's early on in the season, but right now they're closing games. Something you've seen Gonzaga struggle with over the last couple of years. So grown men out there in Gonzaga, and they've got a big-time matchup tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, against the Terps, who are extremely overrated, extremely overvalued. How about Pharrell Payne just coming out of nowhere there last night and playing in that game after his leg exploded like a week or two ago? I mean, what?
Baffled. I thought he was out.
I can't believe it.
Months.
I thought he was out for the whole year.
Yeah.
I thought he was out for the whole year. Next thing you know, the guy plays in a week. Unbelievable. He's got that Jaden Jesus, JD5, Jaden Daniels syndrome going on where he's healthy as an ox out of nowhere. Unbelievable. Dude just came back and dominated off the rip. And somehow Diggy Coit still hit 3 threes when their star player, their best player, returned back to the court. So insane.
That was like all he did too, which was rabid.
Yep. Didn't do much else.
One other shot.
Pretty pissed because they took his points off the board. I probably would have just faded that, but it was gone. So I had to fade his threes. That's actually absurd that he missed one game. How do you think that kid's going to feel, though, tonight, Jovan, after playing last night for the first time in a week or so? I'm sure he's still dealing with that injury a little bit. Probably not going to feel super sharp today after playing that game last night. Probably going to be a little sore after that game last night, and he's got to go out there and play against Graham Ike and co. and this big-ass Gonzaga team. Good luck. Good luck, Terps. A team that's been overperforming this whole season. A team that's, 4-1, I believe? 5-1. Excuse me. They might be the worst 5-1 team in college basketball. So Buzz Williams has his hands full in this game, Jovan. I'm sure Goots, could get down with this play as well. I'm laying it with Gonzaga. I'm seeing they're up to 15 some places. Good. I think they win this game by 20+, and they keep their tournament hopes alive out there in Vegas. This is going to be a beatdown.
Yeah, I'm in. Love that.
Absolute beatdown. Let's see what else you're cooking up. I like this under from you in the Houston game. After a couple of 3 straight overs in a row from Houston. Good time to fade.
Yeah, makes a good bit of sense looking at the two teams. But I was looking at the game yesterday between Houston and Q's, and that game looked weird, and I was baffled that the total kept moving up. And what do you know? I mean, it was a higher scoring game. Syracuse kept up, and I believe the game went over even without overtime. I could be wrong, but they scored a little bit. The one problem with Houston right now that's pretty glaring is the fact they don't have inside scoring at a pretty consistent level, which is a difference. They're missing Jawan Roberts pretty heavily right now because the defense is good. It's not as great as past years, and they're not quite as physical and as good of a rebounding team, but they're so concentrated on scoring from the outside, which when you play a team like Tennessee, not just because they're great defensively, but they have a lot of size up and down the court. They're probably just as physical and have looked just as physical as this current Houston team. And you have a banged up Emmanuel Sharp. God even knows if he's going to play today, but you're limiting yourself to a lot of outside scoring. This game reeks of a fat Houston scoring drought, especially when Sedak hasn't been comfortable back to basket. It's been a lot of the Milo Suzanne, not even getting to the rim, but a lot of him from deep. It's been a lot of Kingston Fleming's playmaking and shooting from deep. It's been a lot of Emmanuel Sharps. When you're overly relying on that and you play a team like Tennessee, it's probably going to be a bit of an issue. Now, I do think, regardless of Emmanuel Sharp or not, they do have a good defensive structure enough to, I think, give Tennessee a lot of problems, especially because when they play bigger teams like this, it's when they kind of shine defensively. They pull out a similar thing to Jamie Dixon, what he did against Michigan, and I think you're going to see a lot of that here. So, I mean, it's Tennessee and Houston. How sharp or unexpected can an under really be? I don't know, but I think this game has a couple fat scoring droughts in them.
We'll talk about a square in this game in a little bit, but I am super down for this under in this Houston-Tennessee game. Tennessee might be perfect to the over so far this season as well. I got to check the Carfax on that, but they have been scoring just like they've been winning. Could be a good time to fade their offense and fade Jacoby Gillespie. 4-2 to the over so far for Tennessee. So not perfect, but they're coming off an 85 piece against Rutgers in their last game. That total's dropping in this one. Houston coming off a couple overs as well. I love this play. I love this play.
Yeah.
W's. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. I need to lock in ECU, I believe, real quick before we get to the squares. Hold on.
Shout out Ace 4, the 46-monther. Reset. Yep.
Ace 4, that is a lot of months, bro. Holy smokes. Wow.
A lot of months.
Wow.
Creeping
For him,
up on
WOG. WOG. All right, I got to lock in ECU real quick here, boys. If you want an afternoon play, lock in ECU with me. Okay?
The Pirates.
I think they're down to 19.5. Sheesh. That's crazy.
Game just tipped.
Did it actually? Shit. I'm taking it, whatever it's at. I don't care. Give me the 20.5. Give me the 19.5. I'll tell you what spread I get in here in a second. Okay? Let's see. That's just an absurd spread. I'm seeing 20.5. Let's see if I can get it in.
Huge.
Yep, I'm in. 20.5. Nice.
Huge.
Nice. Let's go Pirates. Let's go Pirates. All right. Unofficial squad ride for the afternoon. ECU plus 20.5 against Michigan State on Fox Sports 2. Okay.
Fox Sports 2 at noon.
Sure. Wouldn't have it any other way. Right?
Better than Baller TV.
Better than Baller TV. Certainly. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. W. John, appreciate your talent. Let's cash that puppy. Let's get our lick back from. I'm still so pissed at Bethune-Cookman. I'm going to blame Jovan for that one. That's his squad.
No.
All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's get us some squares. I want to talk about them because I absolutely love my squares today. Fading Derek Morris, the sophomore kicker from UMass, Jovan. I don't know if they score a single point in this game against Bowling Green today. Again, just an absurd day of sports today. They play at 4:30 p.m. Eastern in maybe the worst college football game I've ever seen in my entire life, Jovan. UMass versus Bowling Green. Two teams that have lost a million games in a row. Two teams that are just waiting for the season to end, man. Two teams where, I mean, some of these guys might never play football again, and not because they're about to graduate, but because they're just not going to be welcome on another team. They're so bad. Maybe they're going to transfer somewhere D2. But, hey, at least they're getting a good education, though, at UMass still, the Minutemen. I'll tell you right now that, Jovan, I'm not seeing them scoring 2 touchdowns. They might not even score 1 touchdown this game. It could be a field goal fest. Derek Morris does have a goblin half a field goal after not kicking a field goal last game, which tells me, yeah, he's probably going to kick a field goal, sure. But this kid has been sketchy pretty much all season. His field goal percentage is 63%. Jovan, he's missed a couple extra points this year as well. He's missed 2 extra points. This kid sucks.
No.
And I'm fading him. So there's a chance that even if they do score 2 touchdowns in this game, Jovan, he might miss an extra point. And wouldn't that be a crazy way to cash this puppy? So Derek Morris, man, oh, where the mighty have fallen. The sophomore started his career at Cal. He was on Cal last year, Jovan. He was their kicker.
I remember.
And he was terrible, dude. 11 for 15. I think he lost his starting job at one point and then transferred to UMass. But, hey, smart kid, right? Cal, great school. UMass, great school. At least he'll have that great degree. But he ain't fucking kicking 2 extra points in this game. Even if they score 2 tutties, he might miss one. So I'm taking the less than on Derek Morris in a game. I don't think UMass scores much, if at all. Total in this game is dropping as well from 45.5 to 44.5. Seeing a total drop in a UMass game is crazy, looking at all the games they played in so far this season where they give up 1 million points and they score a couple garbage time touchdowns as well. So good time to fade Derek Morris, the sophomore up there at UMass. He ain't kicking 2.
Shout out Derek.
Yep. And then this square goes hand in hand with your under, which, by the way, I love. Put a star next to that puppy. We're going to need to put that in the squad ride poll. Tennessee Houston just reeks of an under, right? And I think it's going to be Jacoby Gillespie who struggles the most, a kid who's got a completely greened out chart, a kid who's been carrying this Tennessee offense so far this season. Jovan, he's probably their best player, but I think he struggles a little bit today. I'm assuming Milos Uzan is going to be covering him, Jovan. If not, maybe Emmanuel Sharp if he plays. Maybe Kingston Flemings, the freshman, gets some reps. But either way, I mean, you don't make it on this Houston team without playing some defense. I'm hoping it's Milos Uzan who's covering him in this game, Jovan. Milos Uzan, I don't know if you know this, but kid's from Vegas. So this is kind of a big tournament for him. I'm sure his family's there. I'm expecting him to play pretty darn well, and hoping he ends up covering Jacoby in this game, force a couple turnovers, hold him to less than 16.5 points, which I believe is his point prop number. If you look at any of his stat category squares, if you look at his assists, his rebounds, they're all extremely green. So I said, you know what? In a game, he's probably going to have a couple turnovers as well. Screw it. Let's just take his less than fantasy score, expect some mistakes, the kid not to get steals himself against a Houston team that can take care of the ball with plenty of good guard play, and a team who I think D's up and gets a big-time win here. Houston stays undefeated, and Jacoby Gillespie has by far his worst game of the season so far. Give me his less than fantasy score.
Yep. I'm in on that.
Former Terps GOAT. Yeah, that's facts, Max. That's facts. He's been playing great so far this season, but in a game we like the under in, I like our chances of fading him. I do.
Sure is.
I do. I wish they had some mount squares up, but they don't. I
mean,
stick with the Gillespie fade.
Just. You probably go double wheeled or dual wheeled mount squares on Sharpboard.
Yep. All right. I want to hear the sell job on your squares while I lock in the sharp report form, and we have to cash one of these puppies. Come on.
Yeah, let's go out to Cali for both. Cal in Utah, or not Utah, UCLA played today. Donovan Dent, who has not been scoring all that much lately. Maybe it had a little bit to do with him coming back from the injury that he's not or hadn't been back to full strength, but he looks like he is now. The strength of the Cal defense and their whole defensive scheme is based on running guys off the three-point line. So guys that are going to be ball dominant and pure slashers like Donovan Dent or even like a PJ Haggerty who they played a couple games ago, like they're going to have an incredible amount of success. And you'd think that once they have those guys in a matchup that they would stop running the guys off the three-point line and kind of guard more against the drive. They still don't do that for God knows what reason. So I feel like this is finally the Donovan Dent game, not just with the ideal matchup in terms of scheme, but their rim protection is little to none. As much as I love your guy, John Camden, he is not a great defender down there. Chris Bell is not a great defender either. Lee Dort is a pretty good defender, but he's incredibly immobile. So the second you run at him, there's not really much you have to do because he is slow and has cement feet. So I think UCLA can have a field day at the rim with Dent and a lot of the guards. I think he's getting 16. Shout out Sade for a 5-piece. Death taxes Sade Whiteman. We do it all.
Good to see you up and moving, Sade. Hope you have a great week this week for Thanksgiving. Hope you get to kick the feet up a little bit and relax and keep hitting those lineups, Sade. He keeps DMing me these green lineups, man. He says, Krabs, thank you, man. You're getting me hip to all these less thans. Less thans pay. Less thans pay. Sade, appreciate you dabbling, trusting the squad, tailing, and keep hitting some lineups, man. Stay hot. Stay hot, Sade. He's hit more lineups the last couple of days than we have combined. Stay hot.
He's been splooging. Shout out Sade.
Splooging.
Shout out Sade.
W Sades and W Donovan Dent. Always down to take him. If I'm going to take him more than, at least it's one of our goats. I'm in.
Yep. Has to be. Then Jackson Hayes getting 5+ rebounds today. What I've learned, anytime, which DeAndre Ayton's out, so it's a plus matchup on paper for Zubac rebounding. Anytime I see Zubac all over the feed, the other center that you think is completely phased out of the game, rebounding-wise, comes out and starts splooging. I especially think it's good for Hayes because he's obviously going to get increased minutes with no DeAndre Ayton down there, but they have James Harden, who I'm sure they're going to do everything in their power to take the ball out of his hands. That's how they usually play him. So his assist might be a pretty decent look today, and I saw that square up and moving pretty red. But I think you're going to get a lot of the perimeter shooting guys, like the role players for the Clippers, up and moving today. And whenever that happens, whether it's Jackson Hayes or it's DeAndre Ayton, whoever's there just kind of chills at the rim and farms rebounds. And sometimes, depending on who's guarding him, like Luka will stand there too, and that's what will rack them up. But a lot of the times it's a Lakers center. So kind of figure this is the best spot to do it, especially with whole world on Zubac. Let's go on the other side.
Okay. Red chart. I know we're taking it more than, but at least it's a red chart.
Well, yeah. It's going to be red because Aiden.
Okay. All right. Gosh, a lot of people are taking Darion Williams. Rebounds and assists. That square just overtook Jacoby Gillespie fantasy score for the most popular college basketball square as I'm locking in these lineups. I thought that'd end up being the most popular square, but right now it's not. Okay.
Yeah. I can't even fade that.
Right.
NC State's laying up today.
Yeah, against Boise. Okay. All right. I'm locking in the sharp report format right now. I'm going to drop the link for you guys in a second here. Let me get that puppy for you. All right. W squares. W sharp report format. Marcus banging threes. Love to hear it, Goots. How's he been looking so far this season? Love Marcus Burton.
He was awful for a couple games.
Inconsistent. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's shooting the ball a lot because he has to.
Yeah. He's a damn good ball player. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Okay. Yeah, he's tiny. He is tiny. You're right. All right. Let me drop the link here. Takes like a minute for a lineup to lock in here for me right now on this Wi-Fi, but we're locked. And I put $200 on this puppy. All right. So if you want to tail it, here it is. Feast your eyes. I believe. I believe. All right. Can we please smack one of these, Jovan? We are so due, man. We are so due for a sharp report for, man. Feeling good about this one. Two more thans, two less thans. NBA, college basketball, college football, diversified portfolio. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to put an old friend less than square in there.
Yep.
The NBA section, but I like Jackson Hayes better.
Okay. Who are you looking at?
Our old friend Quentin Grimes fades.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Which I'm still taking.
All right. All right. Can we get a CBB lineup going? JJ Miles is saying, sure.
Oh,
Sure.
a little afternoon two-piece with Zuby.
One of these, well, yeah, we got a little bit of time for him, which is good. But do we want to use any of these games and start up in the next 15? Probably not.
I think it's just Creighton to Iowa State, so not really.
Oh.
Unless there's
Tulsa,
something
San Jose State, UNC Greensboro, Delaware. That one's not moving need.
Well, no, there's no squares for that. Unfortunately.
No Jacksonville Pacific squares up? Huh. Okay.
I wish there was.
Okay. No Army squares up? That's kind of anti-mill.
Anti-mill, dude. We'll talk about some anti-mill crabs. Come Thursday.
Terrorist. True terrorist. Fading Navy on Thanksgiving, dudes. Lock them up.
Yeah.
Lock them up.
I ain't having turkey with the troops. I'll have turkey with Brendan Lewis.
Me and Goots will be eating, what are they called? MREs, those disgusting frozen meals that the troops have to eat. We'll be eating those puppies with Navy. Golly. Navy by $1 billion. A redhead saying it might be a trendy play on Thanksgiving. People might be feeling good and locking in military school, but
it's a take the teams, the logos and team names off, because obviously we are both incredibly biased.
I was gonna say, don't listen to a single thing we say about this game.
But I'm saying that regardless of the situation, Memphis has lost 2 in a row. Season's falling apart in shambles. Navy just fucked up the entire American Conference by
respect. And you didn't say a peep about it.
Oh, I'll say peep. They beat USF outright as double-digit dogs, and they're coming off a bye week. And then they're going to Memphis, who again has lost 2 in a row. And Memphis opened up -4.5, and they're up to 5.5, 6. If that was a nameless, faceless scenario, I would say the same exact thing. Navy's getting knocked.
Is there a small chance that Memphis is just a bunch of me guys, the Memphis me guys, and maybe they're checked out, maybe they're out for the rest of the season, maybe they're looking where they're playing next year, maybe they're worried about where their coach is going, maybe they're already hearing where their coach is going. Is there a chance that it's the Memphis me guys, and maybe they're just done for the year after a couple losses? You don't have to worry about that with Navy.
There's a chance, but I kind of would want that, because you know whose last game this is going to be, Krabs? It's Brendan Lewis, the last college game, and maybe last every game. Wow. Him and Cortez Braham, who is his guy that came over from Nevada for him. So, I mean, this is the finale for them.
Well, last home game. They'll have a bowl game, obviously, but
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if, I mean, they're not sitting out, I guess, for NFL reasons.
No,
but
we'll play.
I think from what I'm hearing, Krabs, I mean, there's no reason for them to play that, because they want to see the future. They want to start either AJ Hill or Arrington Maiden, or else they're going to lose one of them to the portal. So I don't think Brendan Lewis is playing another game.
Okay. I'm sure they'll let him decide. That's what I would do if I was coach.
Maybe.
That'd be pretty fucked up to take away the guy's last game.
Well, it also depends on who the coach is by that point.
Yeah, they're also going to have a new coach and a whole new team next year, so why does it matter? Right?
Well, the quarterback matters, because I don't think
the coach might take him with him.
Well, maybe, but I'm saying, like, I don't think they have plans as of right now to go in the portal for a quarterback. I think the quarterback that they're going with next year is already on the roster.
Okay. Great. Emery's on Fres. Appreciate you correcting me, man. Can't just let that go. Who gives a fuck? All right. Bro, can you just give us college basketball squares? Yeah, we can. But again, like I kind of just reiterated, we have time because there's no games up for the next 40 minutes. So there's no rush. And there's no surge stream today. Okay? So if we want to talk about MREs and we want to talk about Navy Memphis, we're going to do it.
Or some
a hide and right 7-yard square up there. Add that to my card on Thursday. Here's a square for you.
Krabs, you know that's not hitting.
Dude, he might be the next CMC. I hope he gets to go to the NFL.
Krabs, you know how many receiving yards he had in his last game against USF?
Damn near 200.
146, and you're telling me you're taking his more than 49.5.
If there's one school that doesn't get fat, happy, and complacent, if there's one school I don't worry about slacking off after a big game, it's the midshipmen. Come on now. This one means more. These kids are going to war in a couple months, Jovan. You don't think they want to go out on top? You don't think this game means something for these guys against Memphis Me guys?
Oh, it means plenty. That's everything I'm getting at. They're still in the conference race for the American to get to the championship game and play for a playoff spot. They just beat probably the big dogs prior to that in the conference as 10-point dogs. They're coming off a bye. They should beat the shit out of Memphis Krabs, and everybody should be green.
But keep fading Devontae touchdowns. How about this? I hope this pisses you off, the one and only Casper. I'm in the process of trading for Devontae Adams in my Dynasty League right now. I'm going to get it done today. Big trade as I head into the playoffs. And I'm still going to fade his touchdown this week.
Well, you're definitely not going to be able to this week.
Honestly, I hope not.
They play the Panthers, I think, as like double-digit favorites. That shit's probably got.
I hope not. I hope not. Honestly, we don't need that square up anymore.
He ain't going to score after that. You trade for him, the second that goes through, he ain't scoring.
Probably not. The Memphis Me guys. I can't believe you're on that side, man. Unbelievable.
No, that side.
Unbelievable. All right. Yeah, Chad is just extremely toxic today. So I'm going to move on, and we're going to get to some plays here. I'm not going to read it anymore. You guys ruined it. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Why don't we talk about some squares in college basketball for today? Let's stay on PrizePicks, Gutsy. Love where your head's at. But why don't we craft up a little lineup for today,
Sure.
huh? Let's craft up a little lineup here. We could start with Zuby. Is PRA what we want to take for him?
Yeah, I feel like we have to. That's the one square that just don't get cute. Take everything for him. If we're taking a big against Baylor.
I'm in. What else do we want to take? Should we take a John Camden square? I like the over in that game, low key.
Yeah, I mean, that game should be a track meet, to be honest with you. Just rare. It's more has to do with Cal than UCLA, I would say, but horrid defense.
Whoever asked earlier, is Rodney Rice the same kid who was on VT? Yes, he is, and he might be the best player in the country. So can't make it up. Also, dude, have you seen what's going on out there for Utah State?
What's going on?
I know it's hard to track. There's 350 teams in college basketball, so it's hard to follow everybody. Are you not hip to what's going on out there for the Aggies?
What am I missing?
Does the name MJ Collins ring a bell?
Oh, no. I knew it was coming to some former Hokie. I didn't even know that was where he was.
He's averaging 21 points per game.
Nah.
For Utah State. This guy couldn't make a layup.
Nah.
For the Hokies. This guy averaged 4 points a game for the Hokies.
I mean, that's
Joseph Vanderbilt averages 7 points a game. He's at Utah State, Jovan. He's averaging 21 points per game. And Utah State looks like one of the best mid-majors right now in college basketball. They do. They haven't played anybody, to be fair, but they are cooking.
That is.
And MJ Collins is at the helm. Can't make it up, man. Can't make it up. Unbelievable. All right, let's talk about some relevant players that we can actually take on PrizePicks. Is there a guy in this Creighton game we could take? Definitely not taking Mom Silovic after he had a million threes.
Yeah, not Mom Silovic. The guy would probably be Joshua Jefferson, but I mean, kind of
he's
same deal.
Yeah,
I don't really want to take anybody in that game.
Okay, we don't have to. We don't have to force. Goots wants to nominate Josh Dix, 1.5 threes. He says he's banging 2.
Josh Dix.
I don't know if I can get there, Gootsy, but what a name.
They're going to have to shoot against Iowa State.
Spreads down from 9.5 to 5.5. Jeez. I do kind of like Creighton in that game. I don't know if we could put a Zuby more than and a Josh Dix more than in there. I'll say it.
No.
That's a good honorable mention square, though.
Okay.
We could put in Diggy Coit less than 2.5 threes again.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in 2 threes now. But
worries me. Gonzaga gave up a lot of 3-point attempts last game.
yeah, I mean, that's a little different, though, because that's Bama.
Yeah. I would love to put in that Diggy Coit less than 2.5 3 square.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Okay. Anybody else looking at you funny before we start labbing here?
I would love to take something NC State related.
Okay. Let's go look at some of those squares.
Who also put up Graham EK3. That's green.
Yeah, what a weird square.
Broke in, hit a layup, saved his life last night, still fought through it. He's going to open the scoring with a 3 in the first 5 minutes.
Probably the first shot of the game.
Yep. Yeah, probably first shot of the game.
What a weird square, huh?
Yeah, it's an interesting square. I don't think there were any options for him yesterday because I was looking through all of his squares. I didn't even have like a gob redeeming up for either of those options.
That
might be tickling.
Do we need 2 squares in that game, though?
No, we probably don't. Can keep that back pocket, though.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case we need it.
Could take PJ Haggerty more than 25.5 points. Holy smokes. Talk about a me guy.
That is just.
Talk about a me guy
ball.
and a half.
Me guy ball, though. That's what you like putting coin on. Me guy ball.
Sure. I don't personally, but yeah, if you're taking more thans, yes.
Yeah, I guess
100%.
you don't ever push the more than button, so it's not your type of ball.
100% though. Yep. Okay. What's stopping us from taking Yaxel? He hasn't really had a big game yet this season. I guess against Middle Tennessee State he did, but
yeah.
What's stopping us from taking Yaxels?
He snuck under his points last night. I took that. Now it's up a point. I mean, Auburn just. The problem with, I guess, this is like, somebody is going to feast at the rim. Like it could be Yaxel, it could be Mara, it could be Merez. It's tough to pick.
Yeah. God, John Camden's points getting bumped down. We can stay away from him. That's for sure.
Yeah, shout out John Camden.
All the Cal guys' points are low. Weird. That might be a beatdown from UCLA.
Yeah, they spread them out, though. It's like they have a bunch of options.
All right, hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
We want to keep this fun. Alabama lost last night. I'm sure they didn't hear no bell. They're playing against an atrocious defense that actually did something for the first time this season last night in UNLV. Why not go with the young stud Aiden Holloway? Take his more than points.
Ooh, he shot. Let me find the numbers, but he shot horrifically last night.
Yeah, but he's always shooting. He's jacking.
4 for 15 from the field, 2 for 10 from 3.
Sheesh.
That was bad.
Any thoughts on Aiden Holloway late night?
That could be a rare Krabs more than splooger. I'm in on that.
Yeah. He's got a 2.5 goblin 3 square. He's scoring 20 points in that game.
He's dropping duck.
Okay. We need to add another less than to this. Too much fun.
Another less than.
Okay. Right now we got Diggy Coit less than 2.5 threes. We got Zuby more than PRA. We got Aiden Holloway more than 16.5 points. We need one more less than.
One more less than. Gotta find one of these grosser games.
Could take Lamar Wilkerson less than 1.5 steals, although.
What? What is that?
Super Green. I don't know if you remember that kid, but he's the kid he's the only kid ever to give
know
the
who
school
he
he
is.
came from part of his NIL coin.
Yeah.
Which
That was
I love,
sick.
and that makes
Now
me
he's
not
over in
fit.
Indiana. And they
Yep.
play Kansas State tonight.
And he's going to be
Kansas
covering PJ
State.
Haggerty, who does not turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Mike said my less than's never hit Krabs. Just hit the over button. Yep, you're right. I've never hit a less than ever. Good call, Mike. Good call. Smart comment.
Literally what he has, right?
Great comment from Mike there in the chat. Really, really smart. We could take that Lamar less than. I know you're always down to fade Lamar.
I'm down to fade Lamar. This is an actual good Lamar, though. Might be the better
He's
Lamar.
a glue guy. He's a glue guy.
Glue guy
All right.
Lamar.
Goots wants to spite fade Badunga after he dropped sack on Notre Dame last night.
See, that might be where Goots is losing me. I'll say. That might be where he's losing me just a bit.
Badunga is him.
Yeah, he's kind of him.
He's him.
Here's one that might call your name a little bit, Krabs.
Yeah. What do you got?
Maybe we fade Frank Mitchell of the Bonnies against UNC tonight.
Bro, what's up with that spread? Why are the Bonnies only getting a couple points?
Are they? You think it's short?
Yeah. I thought that was a short spread. 10.5 UNC.
I feel like that would be short in UNC. I don't know about neutral site.
Whether it's
Bonnies are
Steve
undefeated.
Bonaventure against North, it's an A-10 team against Michael Jordan's Tar Heels. And
They're undefeated though,
10
Krabs.
Goots.
I'm just done with Goots, man.
I'm also trying to trade for Derrick Henry right now. In my Dynasty League. Trying to trade for all these fossils.
He's so bad. It's not being talked about enough. If the run that you need on any given down for Derrick Henry is not 4 yards or less, he ain't getting it.
People forget Goots had a Justin Tucker jersey.
Maybe that's just. Still do wear it, he says. All right. All right, Goots. I mean, that is just. At some point, we got to have a conversation with this company about Goots. Justin Tuggies, he says. That's. I can't, man. I can't. I honestly cannot.
Jackson, you got a square for us, man?
Honestly, cannot.
Jackson, give us a square, and we'll fade it, and we'll put that as the last square in here.
I think we take his less than PR, Krabs.
Who?
Or less than Frank Mitchell.
You want to fade Frank?
Yeah. Tough matchups. Vizar, Stevenson, Caleb Wilson, all in the interior. He's got that 8.5 rebound square after click on it, Goots. He had like 14 or 15.
16 piece. Okay.
Yeah. UNC's been kind of, when they get shredded, it's typically been by guards, not big men.
Maybe I'm wrong about that spread being short. All the sharps are telling me that I'm incorrect about that. Maybe I am.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. They just beat dog shit Navy by 12. Now it's neutral court against the undefeated Bonnies.
Okay.
It's kind of what I expected, personally.
I'm down to fade Frank. Take his less than 24.5 PR.
Yeah.
This is a 4-man that could get to the counter. I'll say it.
There we go. Perfectly balanced.
It starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern with Zuby. And we fade Frank at 6 p.m. Eastern. We fade Diggy Coit against the Zags. And then we have a midnight square to potentially sweat with Aiden Holloway on a more than a fun square. Wow.
Midnight. Rare, fun, late night from Krabs.
Wow. Why are we fading Coit? Because it's a free square. Free bingo square, Jackson. Get involved.
Get involved.
Holy shit. They put up his points. It's at only 11.5 now.
It's
All the
insane.
guys back.
Yep.
Granted, I'm sure when the square was initially up yesterday, it was obviously with no rice, no pain, but that square was at 18.5 yesterday.
Yep. They had no clue the pain was coming back.
No, I don't think anybody did.
No,
Pain
it was
and
actually
rice.
define medicine seeing him out there.
Yeah.
To be honest. Okay. I'm locking it in. I've heard enough.
Yeah,
I'm locking it in. Link is on the way. Hold on. Dude, let's fade his points instead. How about no? We're fading his threes. And that's final. Okay?
Final.
If he bangs 3 threes and he doesn't score 12 points, I will tip the cap.
Tip cap.
I'll tip it.
Tip meat.
I'll tip it. Okay? I'll tip meat. Holy Notre Dame. Goots are being good. You're not bringing them up too much. I
Notre Dame mucking.
I appreciate
Rutgers is horrible, man.
Yeah, they're bad.
Horrible.
They're bad. You're right. All right. Here's the link if you want to tail that college basketball 4-man. For now, you know what I want to do? I want to talk about some of these games coming up. I want to talk about the Thanksgiving games. I want to talk more about Navy Memphis and why Jovan's cake, and that's a shit play. I want to talk about UVA and BT. Okay, so we can start out with Thanksgiving plays in the NFL. We are blessed with 3 glorious NFL games on Thanksgiving. I'm going to eat so much food. I'm going to sit my ass on the couch. I'm going to drink a whole bottle of red wine. And I'm going to go 3-0 on 3 NFL plays. And I'm very excited. Okay?
Certainties.
As soon as Goots can find the NFL category here, he's working very, very hard to find these games. Very hard. And it's not on Pickett. Goots, it has to be on Pickett.
Click the next week.
Click week 13, Goots.
Here we go.
Attaboy. What do you say, Goots? Oi. Okay. Let's talk about the Packers and the Lions. Also, I'd love to know, I want a name of who set the ECU Michigan State line. I want a name. Because I want to track them down. I want to have a combo.
Names.
I want a name. Who set that line? Who moved it to 19.5? I want a name. Unbelievable. Officially moving on. No more afternoon cake. All right. Green Bay, Detroit.
I'll say
Lions are pretty inconsistent, Jovan.
Inconsistent. Not this week, though. I think they're going to put Bell to the Packers.
Okay. You seem very confident about this play.
I do. I mean, the Lions are coming off of I won't even fault them for being in the game with the Giants because it's Jameis. And God knows you get 1 or 2 of those games every year that he's afforded with. Not only are they coming off of that game, but Packers dropped knuck on them, and we thought they're Super Bowl champions after the first time they played the Lions.
Yep.
I don't care how simple it is. They're going to beat the shit out.
One thing I don't like about it.
It's -2.5. I know.
Love everything else you said. Concerns me a little bit. It does. But look, my gut tells me it's the Lions as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you start your Thanksgiving with a plate in the Packers, you're donating. I love the Packers. They're not winning this game.
All right. I think I'm with you. Can we get some points in that game?
We could. I wouldn't hate that. It's just I don't like betting the same teams overs multiple weeks in a row.
Yeah, I mean, Green Bay hasn't been scoring a ton, but the Lions are coming off the Splooge Fest.
Yeah, Splooge Fest with Jameis, which again is its own type of anomaly.
Yep. Okay. I think keep it simple. Lions. Okay. Kansas City, Dallas. This is where it gets weird.
Yeah, 3rd straight week They're sitting -3.5.
This is where it gets a little weird. Totals up to 52. Oof. Holy smokes. Both teams are still fighting for their playoff lives. Dallas with 2 straight wins. Makes me not want to take them. Chiefs just do not respect coins anymore whatsoever. It seems like people are done betting on them on the spread. Dallas is a little public on the spread there, as you can see on Pickett. Chiefs have not covered for a month in a row. They're 5-6 against the spread. Dallas has been on fire. Those bits just scared the heck out of me once again on Twitch. Should maybe jump out of my seat a little bit. Shout out to Gummy One for the 50 bits. Oh, 100 bits. Let's go, Gummy One. I still don't know what a bit is, but I appreciate the bits. W's. W's. Hate this play, but it's KC. Dead Larry Bird saying it probably is. Everybody's probably hopping back on the Cowboys bandwagon after a couple wins, right? They get back to 500s. Did that crazy comeback against the Eagles last week. So whether you were on the Cowboys last week or you were on the Eagles and you're like, oh, maybe the Cowboys are goods, right? It's probably time to fade Dallas and take the Chiefs here again. Do I have the guts to do it? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll probably take the -3.5 here. I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, I would say probably a good system for your Thanksgiving. And this is strictly me talking out of my ass. But if the Cowboys are coming off of a crazy emotional win as dogs, and obviously they're playing on Thanksgiving because they always do, that's just a spot I cannot click the button on, no matter if it's the Chiefs or if it's the fucking Giants.
Yep. Now, Pip does drive a hard bargain here in the chat. He's got a good point here, Jovan.
Yeah.
Trent is, without a doubt, going to keep his brain turned off like it's been for weeks and take all the favorites and parlay them together.
Without
a doubt.
I wouldn't be shocked if he goes, even he, I feel like, is a little bit more self-aware to not take all favorites on a Thanksgiving slate. So he might sneak one in there.
I'm pretty sure he does that every Thanksgiving. He just takes all 3 favorites and parlays them together.
Most of the time, yeah, but I feel like we've given him enough shit. Like, he's going to slip one in there. It's I don't know which one it's going to be. I feel it's not going to be the Lions. It's either going to be the Cowboys or the Bengals.
He's definitely taking the Lions.
Definitely taking the Lions.
He hates the Cowboys. He's definitely taking the Chiefs.
He hates the Cowboys, but I feel like after the last couple of weeks, he also hates the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as much, but
I don't think I've ever seen him take the Cowboys since he got fired from working for the team. Like, I've never seen him take. Well, I have seen him take the Commanders this year, of course, and that's probably why they're collapsing. But until this year, I've never seen him take the Commanders, and I don't think I've ever seen him take the Cowboys. Maybe once or twice in the 4 years I've known this guy. He hates their guts.
Counterpoint, though, while we're talking about the whole slate, I feel like this would be an incredibly Krabs way to think about shit. How many times, I guess really none, but like how many times we've heard this slate referred to as the best Thanksgiving slate of all time?
It might be.
It probably is. And
so you're saying take all 3 unders, you're going 2-1.
Unders, and what if it ends up just being boring favorites?
Let's talk about that third game. I would love a Goots POD in this third game, the late night game. Joey B back. You know what my brain's thinking? Look at these bets on the Bengals spread. This is the dog I could see Trent taking.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Burrow back. He doesn't like the Ravens.
No, mainly just because of Goots.
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah, I think the Ravens roll. I do. I think the Ravens roll. Can we get a Goots POD? Would love a Goots POD. Even if it's no Cam, that's okay, Goots. That's okay. I would love to hear a Goots POD in this game. I really just want to hear Goots say it's Ravens -7, and then we can move on. Because I'm with him. I'm with him. I think the Bengals they make an incredible amount of sense. You think I'm going to be filled up in turkey and ham. Okay. Apologies, guys. My brain is not working too well today. You think I'm going to be filled up with turkey and ham, and they ain't winning by 20? You might be onto something.
Yeah,
Are the good guys going to get one on Thursday? They
might get one. You know what? Weirdly is tickling some gem is this under.
Really?
The late night game. You're all boiled back for Joey B having a game of his career. First game back, you're buzzed up. We all know the Bengals defense is horrid. You expect this one to be fireworks, and what if it's just rust?
Yeah. The more I think about what you said about all the unders, I think I'm going to do that and just take all the unders.
I don't know if I had to say anything to convince you to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably would have got to that conclusion at some point on your own. Just take all unders on Thanksgiving because you hate fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, this is such a crabby under, too. Joe Burrow back. Not like it matters a ton. They score, a ton of points every week, although they have struggled the last 2 weeks offensively. So I guess this is good timing for Joe Burrow back in the lineup. Ravens defense, nobody's talked about it at all, but they have been really good the last month or so. They deserve more credit. They do. I'll say it. I think they give Joe Burrow a tough return back to the gridiron. I do. I like that under.
Yeah.
I like that under. Okay. Chase back from suspension with Joe Burrow.
Exactly.
I mean, can we look at those splits again for the spread? I know it's early, but my goodness, Goots has got to be doing cartwheels and backflips. Okay, straight up. Straight up. Cartwheels, backflips. Wow. Okay. I mean, you don't see splits like that for a dog in the Big 2-5 very often. Look at that.
Yeah, not too often.
Ravens have won 5 games in a row, and everyone's fading them. That smells like cake. Okay. What did we learn for the NFL slate? We learned all the unders are going to hit. We learned the Lions are winning, the Ravens are winning, and covering. Most importantly, it's going to be all the favorites and all the unders.
It might be, dude.
Wow. If you take every favorite on the spread and you take every under, you're probably going 2-1 in each category, and you're probably rich.
Yeah, which is it's rare to hear the first part of that from Krabs and the favorites.
Yeah, but dogs are more trendy and more popular in the Big 2-5. Hence why they're probably not hitting.
Especially I would have thought coming into this it probably would have been more so the first 2, but as we found out, the third one in the tuck-in spot is incredibly pop.
Yep. All right. Do me a favor, Goots. If you're around, if you're local, before we get to the squad right here, can we check those splits down in Charlottesville?
No.
Risk Saturday night.
I haven't heard a peep about slate of year from you on college football, Krabs. Not a peep. And this is probably the one time you should legitimately be pumping it.
This ain't no slate of year.
You need to be burned.
This might be game of year, though.
Look at those hokey bets. No, that's not very many.
Jesus.
In number.
Yeah, $6,000 on this game.
Yeah.
That's actually sad. All the UVA alumni are still at work probably this week, and they're not locking their bets in. All the Hokies fans are probably still drunk from the announcement that we got James Franklin. So not a lot of bets wagered yet on this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Game of year. Officially declaring it game of year.
Game of year, man. It's
Jovan,
really just.
Listen, man. This is the best UVA team I have ever seen. This might be the best UVA team we will ever see. Well, I did talk about how this is a school that's going to thrive in the NIL era because their alumni has rich pockets. Talked about that with Vanderbilt, talked about that with UVA. And what do you know? Looking pretty true, right? Pretty solid take. But we can't forget, this is still the University of Virginia, and they are still the little brother in the state of Virginia. BT has nothing good going on the fields. Off the field, they got a lot of good stuff going on right now. You kidding me? A lot of good stuff coming up. But right now with this product on the field, it's ugly. But you know what? If you've watched any Hokie games the last couple weeks, which I hope you have, and I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to everybody, because they've lost a lot of those games, okay? But if there's one thing I've noticed, this team has not quit. And I don't know why. I don't know how. They lost a third of their team after Brent probably got fired. A lot of their best players sat out the whole year to hit the portal next year. They'll probably all be at Bama or LSU next season. But this team, with the guys they have left, Jovan, they have not quit. They fought hard for all 4 quarters against Miami last weekend for no reason. What do you think they're going to do against their heated rival, UVA, when they're about to go to the college football playoff? You don't think they
You
want
want
to
me
play
to answer
spoiler?
that?
Yeah.
Lose by 10 plus.
Wow. I would love to see a UVA ticket from you. Send me the screenshot.
Probably will be one.
No.
There probably will be one.
Well, I will. I got news for you, brother. Drones ain't playing this weekend.
Yeah, Pop Watson.
I think it's going to be Pop. It's going to be Pop season, which is a good thing for the Hokies because Kyron Drones sucks.
I
Sucks.
don't know that I see it with Pop Watson, Krabs. I'll say it.
He played good when he went in on Saturday.
Yeah, but
He
that
had
was
a better pass
knocked.
than Kyron Drones has had all season.
Yeah, he's probably a better passer than Drones, which so are you probably. Nah, dudes.
Dudes, do me a favor. Delete the word VT from there and put in Salisbury. Oh, boy.
Nah.
Those don't count.
Nah.
Those don't count.
That was backfire of year.
Shit.
Numerous.
Be your own at. This is what you come up here for, Goots, not the Ravens POD. You come up here for Salisbury Natties. Never change. Never change. Yeah, they got some lacrosse D2 natties. Nice. They got a couple D2 baseball natties. Nice. Look at this write-up. I think Goots might have written this himself. The university's athletic programs have had a strong history of success. 23 natties. Dynasty. Wow.
No.
Dynasty. How about that, Goots?
Yeah, field
Respect,
hockey
honestly.
women's lacrosse teams.
They're carrying.
Just
All right, Goots. I'll give you credit there, Matt.
numerous
Pretty
natties
impressive.
need that on shirt.
They have 20 more natties than the Hokies do.
That's just
Shit. Ron, man, you get that card yet? Ron went out and bought that 1-of-1 card he was talking about the other day. He said, screw it, I'm just going to buy it.
super
Shout out Ron.
fractures.
Shout out Ron buying the Super Fractor. Shout out Randope as well for the 30 stream streak. All right, enough yapping. I need to see a UVA ticket from you. I need to see a Memphis ticket from you because I want a good laugh. I want a good laugh. So go and send me those screenshots once you lock this
Yeah,
box.
we'll have some official Bergs.
Okay. All right. Dead Larry Bird's daughter got an offer there for field hockey. Wow. All right. Pretty cool. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Goots, do me a favor. Let's go and wrap this puppy up. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. Tennessee, Houston under has to go in here.
Yeah, I'm getting under up and moving.
Has to go in here. I love that play. Great sell job. Gonzaga?
Yep.
Okay.
Load them up.
Load them up. Check out. Anybody get that name yet for who set the ECU line? Unbelievable.
Still need names.
I need a name. Towson's about to win outright against the best mid-major in college basketball, Liberty. Towson might go to the Natty. Jovan bounce back after 0-3 book plays. I think you're in the right headspace there. I think we put in either Western Mich or Texas A&M, what everybody likes better.
Western Mich is dropping knock.
Okay.
I won't give you click and pray now. Even though
should we put our first ever prize pick square in here with the squad ride and put Derek Morris less than Piantes?
Let's not do that, Krabs. Let's not do that.
Okay. Could roll with these 3 plays. I like me some anteaters though as well.
Yeah,
nobody's doing it. So
leaving off UCI. Thought you'd for sure demand that in here.
I would love it. It's a waste of time because nobody's going to vote for it, but it's a winner.
They might vote for it. The votes this week have been pretty interesting, I'll say.
People want college basketball. Although last night they didn't. They won NFL, but
yeah.
All right, we'll put UC Irvine in here. We'll see how it goes. Let's run those 4 plays, 4 winners. 4 plays, 4 winners. Tennessee, Houston under. Gonzaga minus 14.5. Western Michigan minus 7.5. And UC Irvine minus 2.5. 4 plays, 4 winners. Hurry up, go, go, go. 4 plays, 4 winners. Hurry up, go, go, go. Okay? Go, go, go. Oh, we could have put the Mountain here plus 28.5 against Ohio State.
Dude, that's probably fucking air. Not
it's probably free. Yeah. The Mount, they took a step back the other night, man. They lost to Western Mich by 23.
Yep. Yeah. Now they might be back to business against the Buckeyes.
Yeah. I mean, the Buckeyes have had 0 adversity to deal with so far this season, so it's probably a good spot for the Mount.
Nut teams.
The Mount is known to play up and down to their comps. So playing Ohio State, I certainly think they could keep that within the number. Don't let my guy Orlandis Keys get hot. It might be too late. Kid can shoot the 3 ball like it's his job.
Decent big game. Somewhat big game looming for Ohio State too. Friday they go to Pitt. Or I don't know if they go to Pitt. They're probably in some tournament, but
okay.
Play Pitt.
Some might call that a look ahead spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What was the Auburn game lean? Do we have a lean in the Auburn game?
Probably Auburn.
Yeah. Plus 4.5. After Michigan dropped Nuck.
No.
They had their best game ever after everybody faded them.
Best game of
A little too popular of a dog. Kind of realized it too late. Loved San Diego State all day, but seemed like everyone else did too, and we got.
We got.
Literally.
Kind of looks the same now.
We got Guat. What's that guy's name? Margot Guat?
Guaf.
We got Guaf.
Guaf.
We got Guaf. Because they stunk it up and lost by 40.
They got
40 piece. Brutal.
No.
Brutal. Jack, get those votes in. You got about 2 minutes left. Hurry up, go, go, go. Hurry up, go, go, go. Tyler Tejada, Snacks. How many does he have tonight, bro? He's actually really good. 6'8" point guards. Tyler Tejada. Remember the name. Remember the name. Just get them into the tourney in March and see what happens. Just get them in. Just get them in. Yep. Get involved, chat. It probably is San Diego State tonight, by the way, Frankie. Yep. 18-8, another W. Yeah, Snacks. They're good. They're good. Get those votes in. You got about 1 minute left, chat. Tennessee, Houston, under 133.5. We got Gonzaga minus 14.5. Western Mich minus 7.5. And UC Irvine minus 2.5. Okay. Dubs. Get those votes in. Get them in. Okay.
Get them in.
No BTL the rest of the week. We're taking off. It's Thanksgiving. Okay, we can only do so much. Dude says a tea time tomorrow. I got to go home and hang out with my family tomorrow. Javon's got shit to do this week as well. It's the holidays. All right, so we'll be back on Monday in person for the first time in a minute. We're going to have an in-person BTL on Monday.
Wow.
Look forward to mark those calendars, folks. Mark them. Okay? Mark them. Very, very excited for that. Okay? And down to Dallas on Saturday. Very excited. Right? Yeah, happy holidays. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys bringing the energy. W week, short week. Okay, let's finish 2-0 on squad rides. I'm sure we'll get the Goots report here in a moment. See what the squad ride is. If I had to guess, I'm not even looking at it, but if I had to guess, it's probably going to be Gonzaga, knowing how they did last night. But I kind of hope it's Tennessee, Houston under. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Krabs salivates for squad ride unders.
I mean, yeah, that's what moves need for me. That's for sure. That's for sure. Happy Thanksgiving, Ryan Kitty. Appreciate you, Beast. You're always in here lurking. Appreciate you. And all the goats. Randope, Ron, Pick Six, Sade Whiteman, you're him. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you have a great week this week. Do me a favor, too, guys. If you're looking for something to do with no search stream on after this, go check out the website. Go check out the article that I posted last night. It helps more than you guys know. All you got to do is click it. If you want to read it, great, read it. But help us out and check out the article I put up there yesterday. I don't think there's going to be a coin toss this week. Okay?
Yeah, don't think so.
I'm assuming it's a bye week.
It's a bye week. I don't know what everybody's doing, but we'll put together, at the very least, 4-man lay and Wales.
Good. We'll have weekend previews for NFL and college, if we can get the graphics, which I'm sure we will, by Friday at the latest. And we will have Hail Mary and Five Guys. Okay, we'll do all the graphics. We'll do all the posts. Make sure you have the notice on for Bookit BTL on X. And looks like we got a good old-fashioned under for the squad ride today. Love to see it. That just made my day. Let's go. Come on.
There we go.
Come on. Tennessee, Houston, under 133.5. Love that play from you, Jovan. Great sell job. Let's cash that puppy. No fun in that game. No fun.
None.
Okay? All right, W Stream today. We appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Yes, we will have meat sheets this weekend. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, great holiday. Spend some time with the fam. Make some phone calls if you're not able to hang out with the fam in person, and hit all your bets, most importantly. Okay, we're taking all the faves and all the unders on Thanksgiving, and we'll meet you guys at the cash counter. W's.
A little bit.
Don't forget to lock in Navy plus 5.5. Book it.
Okay.
Peace.